Warning: this video might scare you. If you're easily frightened, it's best not to watch. Viewer discretion is advised.
This footage comes from a boy named Jack, who went on his first ever camping trip with his friend Juan. Unfortunately, it also turned out to be his last. On February 17th, 2024, the two boys set up camp near a peaceful forest lake. Everything was going great until night fell. As they relaxed inside their tent, Juan suddenly felt something press against his back. Alarmed, he turned to peek outside and froze in horror. Right outside the thin tent fabric, a group of crocodiles had gathered, their massive bodies pressed close, as if they could smell the boys inside. Their razor-sharp teeth and cold, unblinking eyes were terrifying. One wrong move could trigger a deadly attack. How the boys managed to escape is unclear, but the fact that this footage survived suggests they lived to tell the tale. Even so, the sheer terror of that moment is hard to imagine. This chilling encounter is a stark reminder of how quickly a peaceful outdoor adventure can turn into a life-threatening nightmare. Number 2. The next video comes from the Hoggit Project, a YouTube channel focused on DIY projects, van life, and off-grid adventures. This particular clip documents a camping trip that takes a terrifying turn. It's August 12th, 2024, and what was supposed to be a peaceful night in the mountains quickly spirals into a nightmarish encounter. As the creator sets up camp deep in the wilderness, he begins hearing strange noises coming from the nearby woods.
Yeah, it's looking good. I kind of like how it's open out that way too. Lets a little bit of light into these woods. That way, cannot see a thing. And I don't think I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp. But I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down. Anywho, I heard that the red lamp keeps the bugs away. I don't know if that was me or something over there.
At first, he brushes it off. After all, it could just be wildlife. But as the sun sets and the darkness creeps in, the noises continue. Creaking branches, snapping twigs, and rustling sounds echo around him, putting him on edge. While scanning the area with his flashlight, he suddenly spots something that sends a chill down his spine. Standing by the creek is a tall figure, about 6 feet tall, dressed head to toe in camouflage, completely still.
Documenting my experience and why I'm leaving. It's basically, it was all set up, it was getting dark, I had just gathered all the firewood. I had run back to the vehicle to grab my Carhartt jacket. Right about that time, as I sit down, I hear some noise. And I thought, it might keys that might get the chair a certain way. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm about to go about my business, then I hear behind me where the creek is about only 50 feet. I hear a couple more loud crunches. And that's when I stand up and I just shine the forest. Of course the noises stopped and I'm guessing whoever it was, it found a good spot to lay low. I didn't see any eyes blowing back, didn't see any movement, other than I did see a bat. But definitely that is not what made the loud noises. And all this, I probably shined the light on the forest for a good 3 to 4 solid minutes. But this is the second occurrence. Probably about a half an hour before that, I heard it up the hill. This time it's down parallel with me. I scouted the woods when it was daytime, just so I can get a good idea of what's around me. It's not really easy terrain to maneuver in. And anywho, I sat there for a minute and I was just thinking, okay, do I go ahead with the fire? And I was like, I'm not scared right now, but I'm also thinking maybe I'm too close to the stream.
The figure doesn't move, doesn't speak. It just stands there, frozen like a statue, as if trying to remain unseen. For a solid 20 seconds, the camper holds his flashlight on the figure, unsure of what to do. Was it a hunter? A stranger? And why wasn't he saying anything? The eerie silence is deafening.
Packed up, and once I get out to the road, I just take a quick look up towards where the creek is, and this is where when I see it. I see something standing there on the side of the road, pretending to be a statue. Whatever this was, decided it was just going to freeze, and then maybe I wouldn't think it was anything. But as I'm looking in that direction, not even kidding, it looks like somebody dressed up in camo.
Fearing the worst, the creator quietly packs up and leaves, glancing over his shoulder as he retreats. But the figure has vanished. If the figure had innocent intentions, why didn't they say anything?
Like a human that I just caught that was probably sneaking up on me. That's all I can think. When I saw what it was, a human, and I kept the light on him for a good 20 solid seconds without saying anything. You know, the fear just kind of washed over me because I'm thinking, what's going to happen? Call him out like, hey, what are you doing? And they're all camoed out. Maybe they'll just say, oh crap, he caught me, now I'm going to shoot him. I mean, we're out in the middle of the woods. They say that people are the ones to fear. It's not the animals. That is what happened, and eventually after the 20 seconds, he didn't move, he just kept standing there. So I just pretended like, oh, maybe I didn't see it then. On my way out, periodically I turned back, check. Nope, didn't see him, he's gone. Seems kind of silly, I thought I found a good spot, but yeah, this place is kind of riddled with people. And I don't know what the future holds now.
Were they stalking him? Watching him? Number 3, Phillip, a seasoned adventurer known for his love of solo camping. On a rainy night, Phillip pitched his tent on a hilltop, safe from the pooling water below. As the storm passed, he sat by the fire, savoring the calm and reflecting on the beauty of nature. But that peace didn't last for long.
Man, I've been hearing shit out in the woods, man. Like a growling and like a grunting. I don't know what to really say, man. You know? It's one of those things that you just like, you start walking out and you look at and then fucking nothing's there. That shit was out there, but man, there's something making it.
What happened next would change everything and leave viewers with more questions than answers. In the footage, Phillip describes hearing strange noises coming from the woods. It wasn't just the typical sounds of the forest. It was deeper, more menacing. Growls and low grunting noises echoed around him, leaving him uneasy. He steps out of his tent to investigate, scanning the dark tree line, but finds nothing. Frustrated and on edge, he continues filming, convinced that something, or someone, is out there. And then, just as things seem to settle down, the video abruptly cuts off. No sign of what happened next, no explanation, just silence. To make things even stranger, a cryptic message appears at the end of the video, claiming that Phillip vanished in the forest. Yet, despite this chilling claim, there are no news reports or records of his disappearance anywhere. It's as if he vanished without a trace, or never existed at all. So, was Phillip's disappearance real? Or was it an elaborate hoax designed to leave viewers guessing? Number 4. In December 2021, YouTuber Novice Wild Camper uploaded what he thought would be a relaxing video documenting a solo camping trip in Whiteedge, a remote area of the Peak District in England. With clear skies and mild temperatures, it seemed like the perfect spot to enjoy some solitude and capture the beauty of the moorland.
Now again, last camp of 2021. And for a change, somewhere different. So I'm at the Peak District. I've been working up this way, so thought I'd take the opportunity to come and sneak out into Mesna country. Did a request on Facebook for places to go, so I picked out somewhere which Dan Jones sent me. So thanks Dan, if you're watching. Hopefully it'll be a good one. It's not too far a walk from the car park.
Excited for his final camp of the year, he set up his tent, explored the surrounding landscape, and prepared for a peaceful night under the stars. Everything appeared normal at first, just the quiet sounds of nature and the occasional rustling of leaves. But as the night deepened, an unsettling silence took over.
Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes. Make some really weird noises at night. Fun. I don't know if you heard that.
The usual sounds of nocturnal wildlife disappeared, leaving the air heavy and still. Then, without warning, a low, guttural growl broke the silence. At first, He dismissed it as the wind or perhaps a distant animal, but the sound grew louder and closer. Grabbing his camera, he started recording.
Did you hear that? That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox. Odd.
Hoping to capture proof of whatever was out there, the growling seemed to circle his campsite, as though something unseen was watching him from the shadows. Thinking it might be a wild animal, he listened carefully, but no known predator in the Peak District matched the deep, menacing rumble he was hearing. It wasn't a fox, it wasn't a deer, it was something different. The feeling of being watched was overwhelming. At one point, a loud crack echoed through the night, as if something, or someone, had stepped on a large branch nearby. Unsure of what to do, he stayed in his tent, barely breathing, and waited for the noises to stop.
Apart from those weird noises last night, it was a very quiet one. Took ages to get off to sleep, but slept okay in the end. I haven't checked the thermometer, but when I checked it in the middle of the night, it was about 2 degrees. So I didn't get down too cold last night, but it was chilly enough.
When morning finally came, he stepped outside, half expecting to find tracks or signs of an animal nearby. But there was nothing. No footprints, no disturbed foliage, just an eerie calm that left him shaken. Number 5. Brisco, a solo photographer known for capturing the haunting beauty of eerie, abandoned places, often ventures into remote locations for his work. But one of his explorations left viewers deeply unsettled. Early in the video, distant screams can be faintly heard echoing through the quiet landscape, a sound Brisco himself seemed unaware of at the time. As he moved deeper into the location, things grew even stranger. Toward the end of the video, Brisco suddenly fled the house, clearly sensing that something wasn't right. But the most terrifying discovery came after he reviewed the footage. When replayed in slow motion, his camera captured a figure, a person or something unexplainable, staring directly at him from a window as he ran past. Number 6. Blot Outdoors is a light-hearted channel where the creator enjoys peaceful camping trips around the country. It's not known for creepy content until one trip took an unexpected turn. This time, the creator and his friend Mick decided to go stealth camping at Chillingham Castle, which is rumoured to be the most haunted castle in Britain.
Guys, today I've got the human dorsal fin joining me on this camp. Looking forward to this one, Mick? Oh, yes. We're currently in the grounds of Chillingham Castle, which is supposed to be the most haunted castle in the whole of Great Britain. We're not going to try anything daft, you know, we're not going to be dressing up. I'm not going to be putting no white sheets over the top of Mick and trying to trick you guys. And to be honest, I'm very sceptical about things like ghosts and stuff like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a mooch around. We haven't got the bags on yet. We've left them in the old Jean-Claude Van section. We're going to have a walk around the castle, you know, because it's supposed to be a beautiful thing to see. We don't want to get the bags on now too quick, because we haven't got a clue.
As they explored the castle grounds, they didn't expect anything spooky to happen. They even joked about ghosts and Mick's skepticism. After wandering around for a while, they eventually picked a hidden spot to camp, even though they technically weren't supposed to be there. To test the waters, they cracked open a beer and waited for 20 minutes to see if anyone would show up and kick them out. When no one did, they figured they were in the clear and set up camp. But not long after, things got awkward.
Where we're sitting now is one of the places where some of the scary stuff has happened. But look, I'm not trying to con you into thinking there's anything dodgy or spooky going to go on tonight, because like I've said, I'm very sceptical on that kind of stuff. Well, how do you think? What do you think, Mick, about ghosts? You're not a believer. Don't get us wrong. If I see or if I hear someone telling us about their experience, I won't say that them are lying. I'm not going to say them are just making it up. But for me personally, I'm like that.
They heard footsteps, and then a guide conducting a ghost tour spotted their tent.
Oh, mate. Shit. We're caught. Bastard cunt.
I don't know that you should be here. Have you got permission? I'm conducting a ghost tour here. Have you got permission to be here?
Oh.
Have you got permission to be here?
Aye, we've got permission, mate.
From who?
The owner.
Have you?
Aye.
Well, I'll be speaking with a caretaker just to make sure. I'm conducting a ghost tour here, so if I can tell you to keep any noise down.
Listen, mate.
What's that?
Look, we need bother, right? We've had a few drinks, so we wouldn't be able to drive home anyway, if you know what I mean.
Right. Well, I've still got to report you.
Listen, mate. There's no point doing that.
Oh, I think there is.
There's not. We need bother. We're not causing any trouble.
Well, I've got to make them aware.
Listen,
That's fine. No.
We'll be going first thing in the morning, man.
Yeah, I'll tell them that.
The guys tried to smooth things over by saying they had permission from the owner, but it didn't sound convincing. Luckily, the guide let them stay as long as they kept quiet. Crisis averted, right? Not quite?
Oh. Oh.
Later that night, after midnight, as they were finally settling into their tent, something strange happened.
I get some sleep now. It's very late. It's after midnight. It's been a great night, apart from getting caught. But, you know, it's been Hold on. Okay. Just hang tight, hang tight. Wait, quiet. Oh yeah, no, we're not gone. We'll have to stay. Oh, what the hell was that? What was that?
But just as they were about to doze off, a sudden noise stopped them in their tracks, listening closely as eerie, unexplained sounds echoed nearby. Was it the guide trying to mess with them? An animal wandering around? Or something far more unsettling? They didn't know, and neither do we. Eventually, they managed to fall asleep and woke up the next morning, brushing off the creepy experience like nothing had happened. But one thing's for sure, that stealth camping trip at Chillingham Castle definitely wasn't as relaxing as they'd planned. Number 7. This next clip comes from the TikTok account Girl with the Accent, where Sarah usually shares funny and relatable moments from her daily life. But on July 16th, 2022, things took a much darker turn during a camping trip. While taking her usual long walk with her dog, Sarah noticed something strange.
Fuck. You okay, baby? Come here. It's okay. I'm fucking scared. It's gonna get dark. It's like literally twilight right now. So, I'm wearing these. I won't be able to run in these. Okay, I don't know whether it's because I'm filming a TikTok, but I'm starting to get really fucking scared. Like, regardless, I have to go over there. It must be an animal.
Something didn't feel right. Uneasy, she pulled out her phone and started recording. She continued walking nervously, her voice shaky. Alone in the woods and wearing shoes that weren't exactly made for running, she tried to keep calm. But things quickly escalated when sudden, eerie screams echoed from deep within the forest, right in the direction she needed to go. With the dense vegetation blocking her way back, Sarah had no choice but to keep moving forward. Convinced it must just be an animal, she tried to stay rational.
Oh my god. Finally sounds like it's back there instead of right in front of me. So, I think I'm in the clear. Someone please tell me what the fuck that noise is. Now I'm just thinking, like, what if it's a dog that's like caught in like some fucking thing? I don't know whether to go find it. Oh, I don't know, man.
But the unsettling cries didn't stop. At one point, Sarah even wondered if it could be a dog in distress. With that thought lingering in her mind, she cautiously turned back, determined to help if necessary. But then, things got even stranger. The noise wasn't coming from a single spot. It was moving. Whatever was making those sounds wasn't stuck in one place.
I've come back. It's moving around, so like it's now moving around. So like I've walked back because I thought it might be injured, but it's moving around. So it's not in one spot, it's moving and I think it stopped.
It was circling through the bushes, and that's when Sarah realized it couldn't be a dog. The cries echoed louder, and just as she was processing what was happening, a blood-curdling scream erupted again. This time, even closer. In that instant, her instincts kicked in. Any thoughts of helping vanished as pure fear took over. Heart racing, she bolted through the woods, sprinting as fast as she could. Number 8. Frank, the mind behind the popular YouTube channel Franco TV, is renowned for exploring places that most people wouldn't dare to approach, especially after dark. His fearless curiosity has taken him to some of the most chilling and abandoned locations, where the boundary between the living and the supernatural often seems blurred. Known for his relentless quest to uncover paranormal activity, Frank dives deep into the eerie mysteries hidden within haunted structures. In this particular video, Frank returns to an abandoned factory with a notorious past. According to local legends, the former owner, a ruthless woman infamous for mistreating her employees, was known to take drastic measures against those who failed to meet her harsh expectations. Rumors suggest that several of her victims were buried beneath the factory floors, and ever since, the building has been plagued by strange occurrences, ghostly apparitions, inexplicable sounds, and other unsettling phenomena have been reported over the years. On a previous visit, Frank had experienced such intense paranormal activity that he was forced to leave before completing his investigation. This time, however, he is determined to stay the entire night and document any unusual happenings. It's December 20th, 2024, and fully prepared for what lies ahead, Frank steps into the desolate factory. From the moment he arrives, the atmosphere feels heavy.
Let's go into here. It is completely pitch black. While walking through here, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. About these holes. Fall right through the ground. I want to see if I can make my way to the front. So I get a nice good bird's eye look at this whole place.
As though the building itself is alive with an unseen presence. As he moves through the dark hallways, Frank takes precautions to ensure he is alone. From a vantage point, he scans the building's windows for any signs of intruders or unexpected lights. But instead of reassurance, he is met with unsettling noises, faint banging, and distant, unexplained sounds that seem to echo around him.
Oh, I'm getting noises. I'm outside. You hear that? I'm outside right now just trying to see if I see any lights. And I'm hearing banging going on. I want to see if I can hear it again. Hear it. I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm actually creeping out right now. What the hell is that?
The unease builds as he tries to determine where the noises are coming from, all while the factory grows eerily silent.
I just got a knocking sound. Hola? I can't see anything in front of me, so I'm literally using the camera to see. Are you knocking on that piece of wood there? On the podium? I am definitely getting something on the podium. It literally sounds like scratching sounds. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the roof. It just sounds like it's coming from this general area. Trying to see if I can see like a rat. Oh, fuck. I just heard the front door open.
Inside, the oppressive stillness only intensifies. The air feels colder, and every creak and whisper of the old structure seems amplified. As Frank makes his way deeper into the factory, he suddenly notices something chilling. A door that had been firmly shut now stands ajar. There's no wind strong enough to push it open, leaving Frank to wonder what or who could have caused it to move. While trying to make sense of the incident, Frank notices that the temperature in one of the rooms has dropped noticeably.
What the fuck? It's closing. And it's cold in here. It just got really cold in here. Oh, something opened up the front door and then opened up or closed this door. Like something came in through here, walked in, and then as soon as I went into that room, it got really cold. I want to see if there's anybody on the outside. At my book bag.
He pulls out his thermal camera to check for any unusual temperature changes, hoping to catch something on film. As he scans the room, something unexpected happens.
Way. That's the outside window. There's a lot more temperatures on the outside, so you'll be able to see more. Trying to see if I could get any sort of temperature change. What the fuck was that?
A sudden blur of movement darts past the doorway. It moves so quickly that for a brief moment he doubts what he saw. But after reviewing the footage, Frank realizes that it wasn't his imagination. Something had been there. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, he continues his investigation, only to encounter even more inexplicable phenomena.
But with the assumption that something was passing by, I'm gonna check back here. Is that bread? There's bread. Hola? What was that? Somebody's talking. Oh my god, what the hell is this? I don't even know if I've been back here before. I keep hearing somebody talking. There's like a witch. Or... Hold on, I'm getting noises. Whoa, I never even seen this area before. So I am literally shaking right now. I don't know if something's giggling or laughing or what, but I'm hearing what sounds like a talking. I swear to God, I keep hearing what sounds like somebody talking from the outside, and they sound close.
In one area, he notices small handprints on a dusty window, as though left by a child.
What the hell is that? coming from the glass. The glass is shaking. Oh, this one's locked. There's no way I can even get inside here. I could feel the glass vibrating. Look on the other side. You gotta turn off the IR. It stopped. Oh, that is weird.
Then, loud banging noises erupt from the glass, startling him. Yet when he searches for the source of the sound, he finds nothing that could have caused it.
You know what's even creepier? Is that if you look here, you can see little kid hands. What the fuck? I was just hearing noises of somebody talking, like a female. You said like a giggling, and then it just got quiet. I'm gonna check this room again. Might have been doing it on this side too and cracked the glass. But I heard it on that window specifically. I want to see if it happens again. Oh yeah, that's right. This thing is torn down. There's absolutely nothing. Not even on the glass, there's nothing.
Throughout the night, the unsettling events escalate. Strange voices, distant giggling, and eerie whispers seem to drift through the factory. Frank carefully inspects each room, but every time he thinks he's closing in on the source, the sounds vanish, leaving only silence behind. At one point, the noise grows so loud and persistent that it seems as though the very walls are vibrating. Kevin is the adventurous mind behind the popular YouTube channel, KS Blog, where he explores hidden and lesser-known spots across the UK. His content takes viewers deep into abandoned forests, remote campsites, and off-the-grid locations far from the usual tourist attractions. Kevin's gripping storytelling keeps people hooked, but even he didn't realise that one of his trips would soon take a dark and unexpected turn. In November 2022, Kevin set off on a carefully planned road trip to Carding Mill Valley, just an hour's drive from the Shropshire Hills.
Hi, welcome to another video. Basically, again, this one is just me. I do apologise about the shaky camera just at the moment in the car. But yeah, basically it's just me. I'm not going that far away. It's literally an hour's drive to the North Shropshire.
After arriving, he shared a quick tour of the picturesque landscape, pointing out the scenic waterfall and surrounding hills. He enjoyed a cup of coffee before preparing for a short hike.
Last time we came here, we visited the waterfall, which was up that way, but for some reason, and I don't know why, we ended that way to there's a little reservoir-y bit, I think, and then we ended up actually going all the way over that hill there, back down to get to the place there we wanted. I mean, it was very hard work, but I mean, this was a few years ago now, and that's, yeah, so that's that. I'm just literally just walking just up here a little bit, and that, because like I said, I don't want to stop too long here, because I want to get to the other bit, and get some food in me, really.
As he trekked along the trail, Kevin found himself on a path he hadn't intended to take. Confused but undeterred, he kept walking, soaking in the stunning views.
As I was walking back, you just walk down. Do remember, there are a few houses down there which people do live, so you have to be.
Eventually, he made his way back to his van, planning to find the perfect spot to camp for the night.
I mean, it does sleep too and everything else, so, I mean, you can see, I mean, I'm not that much, but you get the front, it's comfortable, and that, so, the one thing I do find easier with a small camper like this is before going to bed, before it gets dark.
After a quick meal, he set up his bed, gave his viewers a brief tour of his cozy camper, and headed outside for a short evening walk.
To be honest, I wasn't even going to think about going out, but I thought I've got to just try, because it wasn't that far, uphill, it wasn't that steep.
Oh, I've started walking up just a little bit. The van is just down the bottom there. I mean, it is just open, as in the photography. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous up here. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely lovely. But I'm not too sure if I get anything really nice. I mean, it's so cloudy. There's a band just coming through there, but you know, we'll see what we get. At the end of the day, it gets you out, and that's the main thing with this one.
It seemed like the day was winding down peacefully, until things took an eerie turn.
Up here all the time and never disappoints, and it hasn't. I mean, it lit up the valley absolutely brilliantly, and that. So yeah, I mean, not far a walk. I'm just over the ridge, just down there. So probably
later that night, Kevin woke abruptly to a strange sensation. Something was pushing against the side of his van, as if trying to break in. He grabbed his camera to document the unsettling moment. It was just after 2 a.m, and Kevin could hear odd thuds and faint knocking sounds outside.
Now back into the camper. And like I said, it's a lot easier to set the bed out when, you know, before it's dark and everything, because I go out, so it's not nice trying to fiddle around after you got back from a walk. But yeah, basically got back about 20 minutes ago, just been relaxing a little bit. But yeah, so now it is just enjoying an evening. I've got the tablet as my TV there, and that's just watching that, and yeah, be up in the morning for sunrise. Not too sure which way I'm going to go, probably down the other way. It was really weird, something woke me up, and it was pushing against the side of the car, and like knocking into it. It happened for a few minutes, so it woke me up, and it was really weird. I thought, you know, you always think as being car camping, camper van, whatever, it's kids. Because 2 other camper vans, there's 4x4, big one next to me, and a Sprinter, I think, now the other side. But basically, you can hear now. I don't know if you can hear this. But yeah.
At first, he thought it might be animals like sheep or horses grazing nearby, but what really unsettled him was the feeling that something or someone was trying to pull on the door handle. Too frightened to check, Kevin stayed inside, his mind racing with possibilities. Was it just animals, or could it be something or someone more dangerous?
In the morning now, it's happened another 2 times after I last spoke. But yeah, I think it is. It's either the sheep, because there was a lot of weight behind it, or horses, because I can hear the horses in the back in the distance, not as much as the sheep though. So yeah, it's probably just sheep. And but like I say, I'm not getting out there. One, I haven't got an exterior light, other than when I turn on outside, and that's but yeah.
Trapped in the dark, with no way of knowing what was out there, he tried to calm down and get some sleep. But the mystery of what or who was lurking outside remained unsolved, leaving Kevin shaken and spooked.